Welcome back to Talking Lead. This is episode 51.
Or is it season 2, episode 1?
You're just going to make things difficult for me. We'll stick with episode 51. It's better for
like season 2
for the search engine.
Let's keep up
stuff.
with seasons.
Oh Lord,
season 2, episode 1.
So now when I type in the title, I'm gonna have to put TLP-S2-001.
No, you can still label it 51.
Okay,
yeah.
We'll call it season 2, episode 1 then.
We'll let our leadheads.
As long as I can label it the same way.
Leadheads can vote on how we do that.
So how was your holidays?
Man, they were busy.
Any gun action?
How long has it been since we recorded? Like
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I've done a lot since then. So it's going to be hard for me to remember everything. But I did get a new toy for Christmas.
What'd you get?
Got a new Christmas present. I got a 6-hour P226 MK25 in the flat dark earth.
But you hadn't shot it yet.
I haven't shot it yet. I actually dropped it off with our buddy Scott, a holster for it.
I went hunting another day. Again.
You hadn't given up yet?
I haven't given up, and I got mad at myself.
Again?
Yes, because I saw 4 does, and I had the buck fever, and I kept waiting for a buck to come after him, and they didn't, and I could have just taken a doe and had the meat.
Well,
season's over Sunday, though.
I'm sure you got friends. I know people that have got extra meat, so you keep those doe alive, and then we have more buck.
But that's about all I did.
You did a good thing not shooting the doe.
That's all I did with guns the past 2 weeks. I just kind of took a vacation, I guess.
That was it.
Which is not good to do.
Now, we did make a couple of trips to the gun stores.
Yeah, we did.
We've been to the Nashville Armory, and we've kind of got
a new one today.
It's very super, what is it? Super secret?
Huge?
Secret squirrel?
Are you talking about where we just went?
No, the one we got in the mail.
Wait. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
We do have a super secret one that we'll get to talk about after shot.
Yeah, we got a T&E gun in.
Yep.
That's highly customized. So we're going to leave it at that for right now. We're going to give you hints.
Talk about it a little bit more
closer to SHOT Show.
As a lot of you saw on Facebook, we said that we were going to a super secret location to record this week.
That's the reason that our show's a couple of days later than normal.
Yep.
But it's well worth the wait.
Oh, very much worth the wait. We are in a town in northern Georgia. Would this be considered northern Georgia?
We're in the southern United States.
Yes. Yeah.
Northern Georgia.
Can we give hints on where it is?
When we introduce our guest.
Yeah, let's introduce him.
We've got Josh Dorsey.
Yep.
With us today, and we're going to let Josh unveil where we're at.
We're at Glock Inc. in Smyrna, Georgia.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Bam! There it is.
And we got a little exciting exclusive for you guys, too, so you should enjoy this.
More to come. Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do here at Glock.
I'm a vice president for Glock Inc. Basically started in the profession of arms when I was 18 years old. I'm a retired Marine. From there, I went to work for General Keys at Colt for a couple of years, and in 2005, I ended up here at Glock. I met Mr. Glock, and he basically hired me, and here I am.
So you met Gaston himself, huh?
Yes, sir.
How is Gaston, for those who have never talked to him or seen him, or which would be the majority of us?
I would say he's very direct. He's an honest, honorable man. He's a good man. And I enjoy working for him because he tells you what he thinks.
Right.
And he's very direct, and you know exactly where you stand with him.
He lets you know right off, huh?
Yeah, there's no half-stepping.
Now, did you go to Austria to meet him?
Actually, I met him at the SHOT Show.
Really?
I did.
How, in 2005?
No, it was earlier than that. It was 2003, I think, at his party. When they used to have the Glock parties, and they had a reception lines. That's when I first met Mr. Glock.
Does he get to Georgia often?
Well, unfortunately, he's had a stroke a couple of years back, and he hadn't been here in a while.
Really?
I didn't know that.
And he's doing well. Again, he tells you what he thinks. There's no half-stepping, and he's doing pretty well.
We were talking earlier, you're going to SHOT Show this year, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And you guys usually have one of the bigger displays, booths?
We have a pretty strong presence there for obvious reasons.
Yeah, because you're Glock.
Glock. Sell a lot of guns.
Do you have anything special that you're going to be doing there, like any entertainment, superstars, anything like that you can talk about?
Well, obviously, our spokesperson is Gunny Ermy.
We know him well?
He'll be there. I think he's part of your Jack Wagon ensemble that you're going to kick off.
Yeah, he's the leader of putting people on our Jack Wagon train. Yeah, absolutely.
We have our shooting team will be there giving demonstrations.
Team Glock?
Correct. Award-winning, you could say, champion-type shooters, both male and female. Casey and Tori and Michelle will be there.
Awesome.
You ought to come by and check them out and listen to what they have to to tell you because you could probably learn something from them if you don't have too stuck on your own opinions.
Well, you're going to find that that's not us at all. No. We don't claim to be experts by any stretch, as our listeners well know, too.
They're true professionals, and they shoot a lot of rounds more than you and I have probably shot in our lifetime.
No doubt. So you guys are going to be, we're talking a little bit about the range day on Monday. You guys going to have something set up out there?
Absolutely. We're going to have a lot set up out there. We'll have a whole crew come on out and see us, see some of the new products that we're going to introduce at the SHOT Show this year. That's always a good time for the media to come out and see what's going on.
Well, we're definitely planning on being there Monday.
And we'll also be out there on Tuesday when the buyer, they have a new thing. The NSSF has instituted a new thing for the SHOT Show this year where you can go, the actual guys that are buying at the show or the dealers can go out to the same range where the media day is and actually shoot the weapons the new weapons that they may or may not purchase.
Oh, okay.
So that's a new deal. We'll also be out there that day.
So you try them out, so to speak.
That's on Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday we'll be out at the range with a crew of people that assist anybody that wants to put the firearms in their hands and put some rounds down range.
Heck yeah.
That's going to be our favorite day. And we lucked out. We actually
we can go Tuesday.
Well, not Tuesday, but Monday. We lucked out. We got the full day invitation because they told us that some media got 8 o'clock and some people got noon, but ours said you can come all day. We're like, wow.
Well, they usually
we'll take it.
If the weather's good, it'll be crowded on media day. It's wall to wall, wall to wall people.
Yeah, I figured we would probably, if we just had the morning one, just kind of hide.
Yeah,
and then come back out there.
Kind of observe the first half.
This is going to be our first SHOT Show.
Yeah, we have no clue.
You have plenty of excuses then. You just show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What else big do you guys have planned? I know you got some unveilings, and we're going to talk about those here in a little bit.
Well, every year, as everybody in the industry already understands, we do have a Glock party that we throw on Thursday night, which will be the same as this year. We got a lot going on there. We have some prizes we're going to give away, some nice prizes that we're going to give away at the party, and about 1,000 to 1,200 people will be there. If you're lucky enough to get an invitation from somebody,
maybe 1,002.
Maybe. We don't like the media there. Too much stuff happens.
No, yeah.
We don't want any documentation of what transpires.
Well, we did sign a non-disclosure agreement, so
that's right.
That expires on the 6th of January.
We'll go ahead and extend that.
Y'all can extend
and we'll live
up
to it. Ashley can hook us up with that, right?
Now, we ask a few questions to every guest we have on, and we kind of gave you a little heads up on what they were, but we can kind of run through them. How did you originally get into firearms?
I've been around firearms my entire life. My father was a Marine. My whole family have been and still are avid hunters. I grew up in Southern Maryland. I went to the Naval Academy, so I've been in the profession of arms since I was 18. So my entire life I've been around firearms.
Southern
Maryland, yeah.
I was going to guess you were from Louisiana.
No, just because I moved around the military a lot and my accent got screwed up.
I think you got an awesome accent.
Now, you went to the Naval Academy,
Sound like one of us.
I did.
That's the team that just stomped our alma mater last weekend.
Yeah.
We went to MTSU.
Our alma mater is Middle Tennessee State University, and in the Armed Forces Bowl, we got to play Navy.
And you lost.
This week. Not only did we lose.
We got spanked.
Got our asses handed to us.
And by the way, so did the Army. Army got spanked for the 12th time in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Did they really?
12 years in a row. Yeah.
It just so happens that we got a good friend, Mark McGinnis, who heads the SEAL Legacy Foundation, former Navy SEAL commander, and Zeke made a bet with him on that game.
He actually played for Navy, I believe.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played for Navy.
Yeah, so I made a bet with him, and I said, look, if Navy wins, I'll sing Anchors Away on the show. If MTSU wins, you have to come on the show and sing the MTSU fight song.
Well, now is the perfect time to sing it.
There we go. The words.
Learn quick.
So I'm going
You've got to sing it.
We're going to call Mark later today and record it, and I'm going to actually put it on the show. So you'll be able to hear it on there.
When you listen to the show.
I look forward to that.
So a little later, you'll be able to hear me do that. Now, you said you went to the Naval Academy, but then you joined the Marines?
That's correct.
Because Naval Academy that's one thing I just recently learned. Marines and Navy officers come out of the Naval Academy, right?
That's correct.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
You're welcome.
When it comes to pop culture, movies, TV shows, books, whatever, what have you. Songs. If it involves firearms, what's your go-to? What's your favorite?
Clint Eastwood, Outlaw and Josie Wales.
Good choice.
True Grit with John Wayne. Something like that.
The original True Grit.
The original True Grit.
Oh, yeah.
That's correct.
The new one was a little off.
I like the old one better.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
the old one was much better.
Me
I thought
too.
it was a lot better. Now, do you get into any of the modern movies, like The Expendables? What's another one that's been out
Just the
recently?
crazy action stuff.
No, I'm not. I'm showing my. That's all a little after my time. But I'd say things like maybe the new James Bond, the Casino Royale. I thought that was
that was good.
Up here, yes. I love James Bond.
He's a James Bond.
That's a good
guy.
movie there.
The Skyfall, did you see the new Skyfall?
Yeah, I like Casino Royale better.
It's the
than
best
Skyfall.
one, yeah. But Skyfall redeemed from Quantum Solace,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it did a little bit, but it doesn't touch Casino Royale.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Plus, it had
I
poker
agree.
in it too.
Yeah.
Which I love.
And the Vesper,
Yes.
the creation of the Vesper, the martini that he drinks. You ever
Very
order
nice.
one of those in a bar? You're going to a bar and order
I've
one of
had
those?
martinis, but I get about 5 or 6 of them, then I'm done
Yeah.
for a long time.
After that movie, I went to a bar and I ordered that drink. Of course, they'd never heard of it. They didn't know what it was. But, luckily the world of Google, you Google it and the ingredients were right there, so I showed it to the bartender.
They made it up.
Damn good drink. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was real good. I'm not a martini drinker. I don't really care for martinis. This tasted nothing like a martini, but it was good.
So, has there ever been any firearm in your arsenal that there's a little part of you that was kind of embarrassed to say you owned it?
I'm not embarrassed to own any firearm, really.
Smart man.
Amen.
But
Amen.
there was one firearm that kind of looks kind of funky. I don't know. I'm not embarrassed about it. It's kind of a novelty.
A little oddity.
It's kinda-
Yeah.
It's something to talk about. It's a python, Colt python.
Oh, man.
That's one of those
That's a badass gun.
beautiful
And,
gun.
But this one's a little bit different in that it's bright stainless and it's engraved.
Yeah.
And I think it's been referred to by very senior people as a pimp gun. And, it's got a short barrel on it, and it's quite a novelty.
Can we ask what it's engraved with?
All kinds of squirrely squirrel type things.
Oh, okay.
The swirly swirls?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like G Money on there or
Oh
something.
no. It's a little feminine.
Or yours
for
would be
me.
J Money.
A little feminine for me, but it looks pretty.
Yeah, Python's an awesome gun.
It's a bright stainless, and you can see it from a long way away.
Is
Even
that
though it's a 2.5-inch barrel.
a display
It's
piece, or you?
No, it's in the safe. Appreciating like all pythons
Gotcha.
do.
That's a good gun. So that's not one to be ashamed of, obviously.
No,
but
not-
maybe a
not
little
ashamed
girly,
of.
like you said, a
Yeah.
little fancy,
It is a little fancy for me.
fancy schmancy.
So, what's next on your bucket list of guns? And it can't be one of the two that we're about to talk about.
No, I wouldn't mind having an M60 machine gun.
There you go. That would be nice. Have you ever shot one of those? Well, obviously, yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a civilian?
No, I haven't shot one as a civilian. I know some civilians that have them.
Yeah, and they're legally
They're legally
have
trained.
those.
They had
yeah.
all the it's all paper.
So now let's let Arlie Ermy take it away.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead Jack Wagon of the week, so brace yourself, baby.
So this week's Jack Wagon.
We've had 2 weeks, so what have you come up with?
Well, Christmas came around.
You should have like several Jack Wagons.
Well, I just got one good one. But Christmas, I got one good one, and then I'm going to throw another one after we discuss one of these. My kids, they got some Nerf guns.
Your kids? You're putting your kids on the Jack
No,
Wagon
not my
train?
kids.
Yeah, you're a horrible dad.
But my kids got some Nerf guns for Christmas. And my son got an AR style looking.
They still make
loaded.
Nerf?
Yeah, and
Okay.
they're powerful too. I accidentally I didn't accidentally, but I shot my sister with one.
Zeke,
He still left a bruise on her chest. I was like, "Holy
you're not
crap!"
following the 3 rules.
I
Four
know.
rules,
Does it count with Nerf guns?
9
though?
rules? 12 rules?
I don't know.
No.
Anyways, so he gets an AR style Nerf gun, and the foregrip was called the Assault Grip. So
Assault grip.
Assault Grip, and then the drum magazine was called the High Capacity Assault Clip.
Okay.
And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, now it's a Nerf toy,
Yeah. But you're teaching
So-
the kids clip,
Is it a-
assault weapon.
but maybe it is a clip for a Nerf.
It looks like a magazine to me.
Does it?
It loads
I don't
like
know.
a
I
magazine.
haven't seen them, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
it loads just like a magazine. Everything's the same.
What kind of projectiles are you putting in these things?
Little spongy dart things. You know, your typical
Like
Nerf
arrows?
darts. No, not arrows.
Oh, okay.
Little sponge sticks with a
I
suction
don't have
cup
kids,
on the end of them.
so yeah, I don't understand all this stuff.
You got a Great Dane. Counts.
Yeah, it broke my nose. Headbutted me.
So, Nerf, you were on the jackwagon train. Learn the right terminology. Don't brainwash our kids with all the assault
And yeah, don't
weapon
feed
stuff.
the don't feed the freaking gun grabbers by calling us stuff.
No.
That's just hurting your own business. Why would they do that? I mean,
I don't think it was a purposeful thing. I think it's just an ignorance thing. I don't think it's like a brainwash the kids. Like I
mean, they've got to be very hypersensitive to the gun environment.
You would think
nowadays.
so. I mean, they've got ARs. They've got stuff that is automatic now.
Yeah,
they've got automatic Nerf guns now.
I mean, that's just like
cool.
throwing themselves under the bus when they do something like that.
I would think so. I think it's just ignorance.
So
thing.
For our first Jack Wagon of the year, it's going to be Nerf.
So welcome to the Jack Wagon train.
And speaking of our trivia question last week, do we want to do that now or we want to do it?
Yeah, might as well since we're talking about the Jack Wagon train.
Yeah, so the trivia question was if somebody could name all of our 2013 Jack Wagons, everybody who made the train.
Mm-hmm.
And I was being a stickler on that and saying that you had to get every single one of them right, and then Zeke wanted to just who got the most.
But we ended up saying every single one, but then you came back and called me later that night and said, let's just make it.
I was like, that's probably tough because I can't name all of them.
Yeah, so let's just say who got the most of them.
So we said, let's do the most. So we had several people give us a list, but we had one guy who actually went above and beyond.
Way above and beyond.
He named every single episode. He named the episode. He named the Jack Wagon. And he named the time
when they appeared.
In the show when it appeared.
Yeah.
And when we had multiples, he got the multiples and the honorees and everything. So
that was impressive.
So AJS, you are the winner of the left-hand Tool Logic rape whistle knife. Congratulations.
Josh, if you don't know what he's talking about, he's got a Tool Logic knife.
Here, and I've got it right here.
That has a flashlight, a fire starter, a sharpener, and at the back of it has, oh, God. Yeah, he does it every time.
It's a survival whistle.
But the first show he called it a rape whistle, and it stuck. And the listeners kept calling it the rape whistle.
You ever seen one of these knives?
Yeah,
I love that knife.
It's all you need if you get stuck somewhere you don't want to be.
Exactly.
Right. It's got flashlight. It's got fire. It's got a whistle in case the bear gets me.
Yeah. I don't think you'll be able to take out the bear with the knife.
I'm talking about the animal kind of bears. Yeah.
God. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so when I travel with Zeke, I make sure I've got that with me.
I can see why.
Yeah.
And we'll post all those Jack Wagons on Facebook this week sometime.
Yeah, we'll post a list. But AJ, send us your info, and I'm going to send you one of those.
The knife.
One of my knives, yeah.
So, for the big unveiling, why we are here.
Or a 21-gun salute.
Yeah, or 2-gun salute in this case.
Yeah.
So, lots of rumors are flying about what Glock is releasing at SHOT Show.
There's always rumors flying about what we're doing and what we're not doing.
Yeah.
And we drove down here going, is it a shotgun? Is it a carbine? What is it?
Yeah.
And Josh, why don't you go ahead and tell us what's Glock releasing?
Well, all those things that Zeke mentioned are being worked on, and they're in the mail and they're coming.
Stop teasing me.
Don't know when yet.
Where's the list where I can put my name for the carbine?
It's a long list.
I guarantee it's a long list.
Yeah.
But like I said, that is being worked on, and it's in the mail. So don't worry about that. The postman will give it to you when it's here. But we do have some new products this year that we're very proud of, and I think you'll be very happy with them when you get the chance to fire them on media day, or when you're coming out on Tuesday on the range at the SHOT Show. You can shoot them there also, or anywhere else across the United States. We actually have, in fact, shipped a quantity of these firearms before the turn of the year. So our wholesalers will have inventory, and they'll be shipping them to the dealers, your local dealer, on the 20th of January, no earlier than the 20th of January, which is after the SHOT Show, Monday after the SHOT Show.
But as of the release of this show, you're gonna do the press release.
The press release, everything goes out in the open on 6th January.
Right.
Now, have you all ever had a press release for a new gun where, like, a radio show was doing a show about the guns on the same day? See, it's a first for us, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all are exclusive.
We're kind of
This is
exclusive.
awesome.
Nice. Well, we're very honored to be here, and
very honored. We're excited
what we've seen so far is very, very exciting and awesome.
Yes.
And you're getting ready to talk about.
Okay, the first we have two new firearms coming out this year. The first of which is the G41 Gen 4, which is a 45 pistol ACP, long slide, practical tactical.
Yeah, and it's right here in my hand.
And it's a sweet shooting firearm because it has all the attributes of all of our Gen 4 guns. It has a modular back strap to fit your fat hands if you have them, or small hands if you have them.
Yep.
It even comes with straps with extra beaver tails, so if you have some extra meat on the top of your hand, it won't get bit as easily.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 5 back straps.
Yep, and comes with 3 mags, which is 13 in one.
Yep.
Comes with adjustable sights. It's got, again, it's a long slide. It has a width of the G35 or 34 on the slide. The other thing that it has, as I mentioned, it has a Gen 4 attributes, which includes the double recoil spring.
Mm-hmm.
Double coiled recoil spring. And then because of the long slide and the way that it's balanced, and that spring, when you fire it, it controls the magazine flip, which allows you to get back on target faster with more accurate rounds. But it's easier to handle than a G21. And if you keep comparing it to the G21 Gen 4, it's about an ounce and a half lighter than the G21 because of the width of the slide's more narrow. We're very excited about this gun. Obviously the increased length gives you better accuracy at longer ranges. Gives you more. Has great utility in both the competitive and the duty world. And it comes with the 45 ACP knockdown power, which is well known for the last 200 years or 100 years or whatever.
Which I have recently switched to. So
yeah, I can really see this thing taking off in the competition world.
Oh yeah.
When you shoot it, you'll notice it. You'll notice the recoil is better. The control of it's better.
A little lighter.
Right away. And it's a sweet shooting gun. It's a good shooting gun.
And this spring that I'm looking at is double recoil.
Recoil spring, which is...
It looks a little heavier duty than...
It's got double... It controls the recoil a little bit better. It's a little bit stronger.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
And the translation of the recoil is not fed to your hand and your arm. It's absorbed by the spring.
A question we have a lot from listeners, and it'd probably be better coming from you. Where does Glock get the numbers for their guns?
The Glock
42,
17,
41,
19.
17, 19. We've heard everything from a patent number to which invention it was to...
I guess that depends who you talk to.
So even here, it might be a mystery.
It's part of the Glock mystique.
That's awesome.
Which I'm not willing or able to divulge.
That is awesome. I like it.
More mystery. I like
makes it even cooler.
Mystery makes it better, right?
Exactly.
The mystique. Is there any other features on this one that we need to
talk about? Well, we got the adjustable sights, the modular back straps, the double recoil spring, the length of the slide, the slimness of the slide is a 34-35 profile.
Oh, I know I was going to ask.
3 magazines, 13 in one.
What do you call this tapering right here? Does that have a special name?
Taper.
Slide. Just tapering?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Right. Yeah. Well, I thought they might have a cool Glock term for it.
See, we always try to come up with real fancy questions to get cool answers, but we usually end up with...
I'm not helping you much, am I?
So the main reason y'all came out with this, just to have a lighter, full capacity 45?
Well, I think we wanted to service the competitive market niche, and then give the duty guys something a little bit more accurate, maybe a little bit more accuracy, and a little bit more you control a little bit of different balance in your hand to help you get on target faster and better.
And I've got big hands. I love the way that thing felt in my hand.
It does. It's a nice shooting gun. When you shoot it, you really will like it.
And then the second one,
and probably the coolest of the two here.
They're all cool. What are you talking about? They're all
coolest.
Cool. No, they're all cool. They're all same cool.
Is the...
Well, first you got to understand when you walked into this facility that you're broadcasting from, I would assume that you noticed there's been some growth around here.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Yeah.
It's about, we got a world-class 78,000 square foot manufacturing facility behind us now. That's just came into operation October 12th.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
And it's up and running. Got a large capacity now. And the reason why that's there is it gives Glock global flexibility in a lot of ways. And one of the ways it gives Mr. Glock flexibility is to introduce new products in the United States, which he could not do in the past because of the import laws.
Right.
Importation laws. So consequently, we have developed a firearm called the G42, which is a 380 slim subcompact Glock. Because it is a Glock, even though it is smaller than the rest of our Glocks.
Mm-hmm.
It will fit in your pocket. It's about the size of my cell phone. It fits in my hand.
And I put it in my pocket earlier, and it just looked like I had a cell phone or a wallet.
Front pocket, back pocket, even the coat pocket, it fits in your business suit pocket.
And everybody that's fired this firearm and fired the prototypes, and myself, really like this firearm. And I'm going to tell you, is Dorsey's opinion that if this does not revolutionize the concealed carry small gun market niche in the United States, it will at least reshape it this year. Because there's a couple things that this firearm does that I don't believe the other ones do, having shot a bunch of different small guns. First of all, if you ever shot a small gun in your hand, sometimes it hurts or it's hard to control. It doesn't feel very good when you shoot it. This shoots like a Glock.
Really?
The trigger is like a Glock, a regular Glock pistol.
It's a Glock. It looks just. Everything about it is a Glock.
That's why I don't like the Bodyguard, because it just feels like it's not even normal recoil up and down. It just feels like it goes everywhere.
Well, but you got that huge travel with the trigger too. Because of the hammer. Well, this gun is a Glock. The G42 is a Glock.
It's a Glock. Yeah. And everything that name or that brand encompasses, this is it.
Yeah.
And this thing, one of the biggest attributes that stands out when you shoot this gun, it's shootable. It's shootable. You can control the firearm, which means when you're trying to shoot something 25 yards away, you're going to hit it, because it will hit it at 20. If you know how to shoot and you control the firearm, it's going to hit the target consistently at 25 yards. Now, you probably will never use it in a real-life situation at 25 yards. It will be more like 3 feet maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you can get into a firefight with this firearm and
still
come
reach out
and do what you need to do. Second part of it is it's going to run. It's going to shoot. And it's going to shoot more than 2 and 3 rounds.
It'll chew up most brand ammos too, or probably all of them, right? Because it's a Glock.
As long as it meets Sammy's specs, I got to throw that in there.
Sure,
obviously, but it comes with 6 rounds, 6 and 1 in the magazine. The magazines are small too.
Just like Glock magazines too. Everything about it is.
It really is a Glock. There are some different internal parts that are a little bit different than the others, but again, the safe action system functions exactly like the other Glocks. So this is really a Glock inside and out, and it's just a little bit smaller, and it shoots the 380 round. And
it's got that little beaver tail.
It's got a little beaver tail on it, protects you.
Yeah,
it seems to be a little bit longer than. In comparison to the larger Glocks, it seems like the beaver tail comes out a little bit farther.
Yeah, the natural one, because we don't have back straps to go on this, so it came out a little bit farther.
I like that though.
Can you talk about the subtle differences in that one, the components in it?
Well, the firing pin safety is a little bit different, and it also has a recoil spring that may be a little different. Some of the internals of the triggers, springs and things like that, are a little bit different, but other than that, it's a Glock.
Right.
What's the trigger weight on it? With it being a pocket pistol, did y'all make a heavier trigger?
It's the same trigger as all the other Glocks. It's 5 pounds.
That's where it should be.
Yeah.
But the trigger pull's pretty much the same.
Really excited to shoot that one.
I'm very excited about that one. I was telling them before, I've been looking at pocket pistols. I've been wanting to get a pocket pistol for when I'm in my suit and tie, and I just can't really, or in my building where it's harder to put something that may show. I was down to the Kel-Tec or the Ruger, and now it's neither. It's this one.
Yeah, the G42 is my next purchase. Yeah. This one right here, and the second one's going to be the 41 Gen 4.
Yeah,
there you go.
That thing is awesome.
Because I know how both of these shoot. I've shot them myself. I just like shooting them.
Well, this is going to open up the Glock world to a lot of the females also. The other one, even though the 26 and 27 were smaller, they were still a little, too big, bulky for females to carry.
My wife carries a 17.
Well, I understand that. I said some. Okay, I didn't say all. But I think that is going to be a huge market for this gun as well. I see that happening. But
it's a good pocketbook gun as long as it's like, just like being in your pocket. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same
and
idea.
then women wear the slinkier clothes than the men, and this is a lot easier concealable.
See, when you say slinkier, I think of that little metal thing that used to go downstairs.
Slinky. Sexier? Is it sexier?
Slim fitting.
I'll say it again. Dorsey,
very easily concealable.
Dorsey thinks this thing, if it doesn't revolutionize the small carry market, it's going to reshape it. Yeah, I believe that.
I agree.
Well, and
I agree
the biggest issue, when the rumors started flying about it being a single stack 380 pocket pistol, a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, Glock's out of touch. What are they thinking?" And I think the reason is because a lot of the 380 pocket pistols out there, like you said, you didn't really hit what you were shooting at. I remember I was at the carry class when I took my carry class. The lady next to me on the range had a Bodyguard, and she had all the proper mechanics. She was holding it right. She had a good grip, but I mean, her target was all over the place, and we were only shooting at 7 yards. But if that shoots the way you say it does, I think
Which it will, because it's a Glock.
You're dead on point right there. I mean, that's going to revolutionize it.
Yeah, it's going to be the reliability and the shootability of this firearm.
I think we're going to see a shortage of
different.
.380 ammo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our hope. That's our hope.
I think it's just the opposite. You know, these people say they're not in touch. I mean, obviously they are in touch, and the .380 market never was fulfilled. It was always been lacking.
Yeah.
And you know, with the release of this, that's like
well, they took everything that was right in what they did and made it into a smaller pistol.
Dorsey is right on target.
He is.
For once.
I see a new marketing poster. Dorsey's right on target.
Yeah.
Dorsey predict.
No, it's Glock.
Prediction.
Mr. Glock.
Glock is right
not
on
Dorsey.
target. But it's funny because, like we said, I got huge hands when I was holding it earlier. It reminded me of the little jump drives that they were giving out because it's tiny. But what's funny is, I don't know how to explain it. You're going to have to, when they come out in gun stores, you're going to have to go check them out. When you hold
the press release is going to be Monday,
right,
and we'll have pictures.
Yeah, but when you hold it, what I'm saying is to actually tactically hold it,
yeah,
it feels better than any other pocket pistol out there. Most pocket pistols, it's like they just threw together something small that'll stick in a pocket. Mm-hmm. There's actually thought that went into this, and you can tell when you hold it.
You got to put that gun back right, though.
Did I not put it? I didn't, did I? He's like, what are you doing, dude?
See, like we told you before, we're not experts. We just bring the experts to the listeners. So what he's talking about, left hand broke it down and then slid the slide back wrong.
He trying to break it. You can't.
Left hand has broke the first Glock 41.
He can't break it, but he's trying.
I'm trying my darndest to. What have I done?
You pull it off.
Did you pull the trigger?
There it goes.
That's right.
Leave it to Talking Lead to come into Glock with an exclusive and ruin their guns.
Hey, if you really want to put a gun through a torture test,
give it to you.
You give it to
me.
Yeah.
Because I will jack it up.
Yeah.
For a nominal fee. You did it again?
Right, yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
Give it to the master.
There's only one master when it comes to this, not me. What do you keep doing?
I don't know. I've broken them down 1,000 times.
This is one of those times where I wish this was video. Left hand looked like one of the monkeys off of 2001: A Space Odyssey when they're.
Did I mention I'm on cold medicine here?
You're on drugs. So you're trying to tell me?
Wow, that looked pretty simple.
What did you do?
I just took it apart. I put it on the wrong frame. No. So throw it on the 380.
That would be a funny picture.
Hope y'all didn't have plans for that one.
Ta-da!
I'm telling you, man. Just let me touch it once or twice. It'll be the true test.
The true. What's the jack wagon test? Is that what we're going to call it?
Yeah, we'll call it the jack wagon test.
While everybody's excited because we got this exclusive at the Glock factory and headquarters, we probably won't have it again now.
I'll be very apologetic to Mr. Glock if he hears this.
What is the secret of the Glock success? Two parts.
The secret? Is that like their mission statement?
No,
kind of
just a question.
What
makes the Glock pistol so successful? There's two reasons, two fundamental reasons.
Is that on your website somewhere?
No.
Okay.
Too abstract.
It's not. It's obvious.
What is it?
You tell me what they are.
What they are? Well, they revolutionize
They run.
And they're freaking bulldogs. Yeah, I mean,
they're lightweight.
They're the AKs of handguns. Did you just make something up?
They're black.
No. What makes them run?
What makes them run?
Why do they run so? Why are they so reliable?
Good engineering.
And what equates to reliability?
Perfection.
Reliability?
Yeah. When you have a machine that functions, generally is what
well made.
What kind of design is usually the most reliable?
Simple.
Simplicity.
Simplicity.
It has a simple design in that it only has 34 parts when the magazine's in it.
Yeah.
When you compare it to 1911, it's like over 200 parts.
Yeah.
Right.
So now that's why the gun runs.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's the obvious one.
Yeah.
Now what's the one that's not so obvious? Well, what do you got to be able to do that?
You got to be able to shoot it every time.
What does Glock have to be able to do to make that gun reliable? You have a simplistic
research,
design.
Engineering.
You have a simplistic design that makes the gun run when it's when you have one, but you got to be able to.
Got to be able to use it.
No, you got to in order
manufacture. There you go.
Manufacturing.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got to be able to manufacture large quantities that meet the standards
and the demand. Yeah.
So you got to be able to in other words, to have all these interchangeable parts and things like that, you got to have perfection standards, quite high quality standards, to be able to mass produce the number of guns that we produce.
Oh, absolutely.
That perform like that consistently.
Oh,
that's
that was
two
gonna
parts. First part is the simplistic design. And the second part are the manufacturing processes, the control of the manufacturing process.
I bet your QC process is intense.
Pretty
the quality
amazing.
control.
It's actually pretty amazing. And that's the secret of the genius.
What are y'all
going
to produce out of this factory? Everything? All of
we
the
can
models?
produce all the models here. We don't, but we could. And like I said at the beginning, this gives Glock great increased global flexibility to do a lot of different things.
Right, absolutely.
One of which is to mass produce products that we couldn't import in the United States so that we can sell them in the United States. One of which would be the carbine, which is in the mail. Don't worry. And then,
I'm going to be checking the mailbox every day.
But there's other types of things we could do that we couldn't do before until we've had this facility here.
Right.
So there you have it.
So,
but anyway, the two secrets behind the success of the Glock pistols is simplistic design and the manufacturing processes to mass produce large quantities with certainty.
And if y'all apply that to any other type of firearm, it's going to be unreal.
Which is easy to say and hard to do.
Yeah.
You got to be a genius to do it.
Yep.
And Mr. Glock's the genius behind all this.
That's awesome.
We haven't had a price increase on our guns in over 10 years.
Really?
Name one manufacturer that can say that.
I don't know of one.
That's a good trivia question.
This is a good fact.
Yeah.
That's a good fact.
I don't think there are any.
No, I don't think there is. I mean, I know of two right now that I won't mention that have gone up in the last year.
Yeah, especially when they come out with a new version, a new model.
Yep.
Price usually always goes up, but y'all's don't.
That's right, because Mr. Glock believes in price stability, and a lot of his business philosophies you're not going to find in business school, but his work. Like I say, we're going to reshape that market niche. I
agree.
believe that, if not revolutionize it.
Especially if it shoots the way you said it does.
And I'm sure all the accessories are soon to follow, the holsters and the sights and...
We've been working with the accessory manufacturers, obviously.
40-round magazine.
All the above. That's in the mail, too.
That's in the mail.
A single stack 380 40 round. That thing's going to be like 3 feet long.
You're taller than me.
If you need that many rounds and you're in a bad situation with that little gun, you're going to have a bigger problem.
Yeah, you got worse problems. But they're going to come out with an extended mag.
Oh, yeah.
You got to.
Somebody somewhere. Probably Glock.
Like I said, all these new products are just like all the other ones. They're safe, they're simple, and they're fast, and they'll give you the confidence to succeed and survive in a bad situation.
And reliable.
Mm-hmm. You pull the trigger, it goes bang.
I don't think there's a more reliable gun on the market.
And that's what simple means. Reliable.
Exactly.
They're simple to use too. That's the other thing people don't understand is that because they don't have a lot of bells and whistles and a lot of stuff strapped on the outside of it. Yeah. It's very simple to teach somebody how to shoot the firearm. Put a round in it, pull the trigger. Mm-hmm. You don't want to shoot, take your finger off the trigger. And if you condition people that way, you won't have some of the problems that you have. And anybody that's been around firearms for a long time, crew-served weapons, whatever kind of weapon that you want, safeties don't help you really because people get too complacent and end up shooting each other. I've seen it too many times.
Well, not to mention if it's somebody that's not that experienced and they haven't trained, adrenaline does crazy things to your body, including taking the blood flow away from your digits, your fingers. Yeah. So all of a sudden you have this one extra thing you've got to do in a stressful situation.
Think about it. How many times you pull the firearm up to engage your target and you pull the trigger and nothing happens, and you look at I forgot to take the safety off.
Yeah. You don't want that to happen.
That will kill you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the other thing that kills you is the length of time from target identification to target engagement. You got an extra step you got to mess with. Mm-hmm. That fraction of a second sometimes. And you don't have a lot of statistics on that, but that could add to somebody getting hurt that you don't want. And we always hear, do you have any statistics on negligent discharges with a Glock because you don't have a safety on? And I always say we do have a safety on. We got 3 of them, but you don't have the other one. And I said, well, how many people have been killed because they forgot to take this other external safety off before they pulled the trigger and got killed? How many
don't
got any of those?
Do they? Yeah.
No, and that's always the argument. Not an argument, discussion. The other thing is that compared to other firearms, when you look at it from an organizational perspective, like large armories, the mean time to repair that firearm because of its simplistic design is 30 minutes. It takes 8 hours of classroom instruction to certify a Glock armor. Certify them.
Wow.
Okay? Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And compare it to other types of weapon systems that you have to maintain. The other thing that I'll point out is in order to sustain 100 Glock pistols, the amount of money you spend on parts to sustain that 100 Glock pistol for 7 years to the government's about $350 with the parts.
Wow.
Coupled with the time it takes to train the maintainers, and
the cost of ownership just goes down considerable.
And it comes out to be based on a large experience we've had across the United States and the globe. I think we've shipped almost 10 million pistols since 1985 or 6. Comes to be about 40 cents a year. 40 cents a year to sustain the firearm in your armory.
That is based off of like a government or military or law enforcement. Right?
Yeah.
So if it's everyday person that doesn't utilize them a lot or doesn't take them to the range,
they'll run for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't burn them up in a fire or something, or throw it in the drink, or
throw it in the ocean, or let me take it apart.
When we interviewed Gunny and he said, "Oh yeah, I put like 4,000 rounds through mine and never even cleaned it."
No, he's like at 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah,
he's at 5,000.
Some of them, don't put it in the microwave either. That doesn't do you anything.
That probably won't do any good at all.
The oven. Forget you left it in the oven. Cook a pizza.
Or have you seen the videos online? There's a guy, Matt V. I can't remember his tag, but he does all these crazy things to Glocks. He'll bake them in a cake. He'll pour molasses on them. He'll
throw it out of a helicopter. All that.
Just the most insane
drag it behind a truck.
Things you can think of. And I think
go out and try to shoot them.
And they always run. And the only one that got him was molasses. That was the only one that he could not clean it. He could not get it.
Was it molasses or was it like caramel?
It was molasses, or maybe it was caramel.
It was like a caramel pie.
It was just something just crazy sticky.
It wasn't glue.
No.
It was worse than glue.
It was as bad as glue.
It was worse than glue. Yeah.
He did a Glock cake at one point, and he baked I think it was a Glock 19 in a cake. Like baked it, mixed it, everything, baked it in the cake, pulled it out, and it fired fine. But yeah, his name is Matt V 2099 on YouTube and Instagram too. But he does some crazy stuff to Glocks, and they fire every time. And there's only been once or twice where they didn't, and it's not anything that would ever happen in a real world situation. So.
Yeah. Unless you're a chef.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to bite into it.
You just have to use Glock as your ingredients.
So we're going to have a trivia question this week, and we're going to have a nice little giveaway prize, and it's going to be based on Glock firearms. So the trivia question is going to be, there are 2 other 380 firearms that Glock manufactures, but they're not sold in the United States.
What are they?
So send us an email, talkinglate@gmail.com, go to Facebook, post it there.
Maybe we'll have some Glock something to give away to them, maybe a hat or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
As long as your money is green and it's plentiful.
It's green. It's green.
I don't know. Those new $100 bills.
If you answer right, we'll allow you to buy something from Glock.
Use the Talking Lead discount code.
So I'd like to thank our sponsors, US Elite Gear, us-elitegear.com.
ICE Training, icetraining.us.
And also our All or Nothing Tattoo Studio here in Smyrna, Georgia. Actually, we're going to go there after this. AllOrNothingTattoo.com and their very gun-friendly merchandise store, StrangleholdMerch.com.
Merch. HG Press, Holder and Green Professional Real Estate Services, 1-800-615-1840, extension 2222. Call them for all your Middle Tennessee real estate needs.
And Josh, thank you guys for letting us come in here for this little exclusive. We were very excited all the way down here.
Can we say your name? Ashley? Yeah. I'd like to thank Ashley. I'd like to thank Josh. I want to thank
Chris Davis
as well. You guys have been awesome. We really appreciate this is awesome.
And now we get to go on a tour.
Oh, we get to do the tour too?
I think.
Do we get approved for that?
Chris said he was, I don't know. Maybe not.
No, she's looking at you. Maybe not.
Maybe I'll walk you through. Have Chris walk you through. Shouldn't be a problem.
On the way out.
On the way out.
Well, thank you so much for all your help, Josh. We appreciate it. It was great meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you guys, and
thanks for seeing you at SHOT Show.
Come on by and see us. Maybe we can give you a ticket to the party if you treat us well. And
heck yeah!
And then again, appreciate the opportunity and your hospitality and conveying our message across the United States. And we're excited about the upcoming year. Obviously, we got some new products. We got a new manufacturing facility that's humming back there now. So we got a lot of potential in the future for us. More things are coming, and yep, they're in the mail.
They're in the mail.
Awesome.
You can bank on it, right?
And as always, left hand, keep your loved ones close.
And the Glock's closer.